Okay, we're here to talk about Node.js, its working groups, and how they operate, and hopefully you'll be interested to also know how to participate at the end. So let's go. Let me introduce myself. So my name is Ruy Adorno, and I'm a Brazilian-Canadian. I grew up in Brazil. I live in Canada, in Montreal. And I'm a Node.js collaborator and a releaser. And we're going to learn very soon what is a releaser, what does that mean. And I work with Node.js things at Google. And I have the slides already up on my Twitter handle that you can find Ruy Adorno if you're interested in seeing the links following to learn more. So, OK, let's start by understanding what are the working groups, right? So basically, they are this autonomous group of people. It needs to be at least 3 people to start, and they are chartered by the TSC. And what is the TSC, you might ask? It is the committee that basically decides all things and leads the Node.js project. So it basically charters groups to take care of specific domains. So if you want to contribute to Node.js, you're probably going to think about the core. And that's the kind of like hardest part to start from, because it has a very steep learning curve. So it might be intimidating to try and start from there. So one great way to start contributing to the project is all these satellite working groups that we have in the project. And they have various themes. I'm just going to cover real quick here. Like the build working group basically is the group of people that take care of the build systems, like CI, keeping everything, the lights on. And we have groups like the next 10 years working group, which basically is a more strategic working group. It kind of tries to plan forward for the next 10 years of Node.js. What are we going to be doing? How are we evolving the runtime? So I want to highlight a few ones. Basically, try to highlight a few of the things we delivered and how they are impacting the Node.js project and the ecosystem. So starting with the release working group. So basically, I am a part of the release working group. That makes me a releaser. Yay! So basically, the releasers, they make sure that schedule you've probably seen before is respected, and we're releasing Node.js versions on time. And we have a lot of autonomy. Basically, when you're responsible of a release, you can decide what goes in, what not. Maybe you're not comfortable, or you have a CI failure on a specific PR that landed. You can decide to throw that out of that specific version and let it bake for a little more time to go out on the next release. So yeah, that is one of the working groups. And we also have some different working groups, like package maintenance is a very interesting one. It's basically more package authors and maintainers from the ecosystem. So they basically get together. They have this working group where they can basically try to steer the project into a different direction, and they also try to help out maintaining important packages in the ecosystem that might need help with maintenance. I know a bunch of folks from this group also were onboarded on Express web framework to try and help out with the maintenance of it. And they also have interesting projects I try to highlight here real quick, and you can find the URLs on the slides later. So another group I want to kind of highlight is the tooling group. This is a bit different. It's not technically a chartered working group. So it's basically a team of Node.js collaborators or just folks from the community, and really focus on tooling for developers and try to steer the runtime into providing better support for the ecosystem. And another recent big win for this team was shipping the argument parser. That was a big one that went out recently. A lot of people love it. So it's kind of one of the things I want to highlight, and a big shout out to the group there. So next steps, if you're interested, please follow these links. You can find the calendar when the meetings are happening. They have recurrent meetings. You can participate and also join the Slack. And one last shout out here to my previous team at NPM, CLI. They try to mimic basically the working of the working groups. So it's also super approachable to participate and try to just steer the direction of the NPM package manager. So with that, thank you very much, and hope you enjoy and see the slides.